Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Kay with MK Motor Riders, and today we're going to be talking about seats. So the air conditioner just turned on. Hey everybody, this is Kay with MK Motor Riders. Today we're going to be talking about seats. So part of the reason why we wanted to do this channel was as a short rider. I wanted to be able to talk about the different things that I do to my motorcycle to help as a short rider, be able to ride safely. And one of the things that I did an investment in this weekend was a new seat. So let's get to it. So this is the seat that I currently have. It's the Harley-Davidson reach seat, 2-up reach seat. I bought this when I purchased the bike, so I believe it was just a single seat when I first got it. What I like about this seat, that it does bring me closer to the ground. I'm probably an inch closer to the ground, so I can flat foot on one side, and it brings me a little bit closer to the handlebars. This is not a separate piece, it's all one piece. It's a little bit tapered here in the front, so I'm able to hug the tank with my legs. It's not a bad seat. And this is the seat that I purchased. This is the LePera Kickflip. It's got the cross stitching in the front. It's got some line stitching on the sides. It's got the LePera logo on the side of the seat. This thing is gorgeous. And this is supposed to be comparative to the Harley-Davidson reach seat, which is why I was really excited that I found this at one of the dealerships that we went to over the weekend for the 120th. It's all one piece. It just fits really well. I really like it. Well, let's talk about this. So here I'm doing a side-by-side comparison of the reach seat and then the LePera Kickflip. So just by looking at the bottom, the pan for the Harley-Davidson seat is plastic. On the LePera, it's all metal. So it's a little bit heavier, which I think the weight difference is pretty significant. Also, there's a carpet underneath the LePera seat, which works its way all the way to the back. Even for the connection to the front of the seat has a carpet. And you've got all of these nice little rivets off to the side. You got the little LePera name here too. Well, compared to the Harley-Davidson one, and it's all plastic, so there's no carpeting underneath, but you do have those rubber feet underneath. I apologize that the seat is dirty, but it just came off the motorcycle. But we have staples instead of rivets. And then you have the metal, the chrome metal piece that fits to the back. So quality is very different between the two. The reach seat doesn't have the stitching where the LePera does. Now I'm not saying I'm knocking the Harley-Davidson one. This has fit my needs while I'm riding. I just love the look of the LePera. which is just a great seat. Mark has a LePera on his bike, which was a custom seat, and being a passenger, it definitely is comfortable for long distance riding, and it's just a gorgeous seat because he did the white on the seat. Let's take a look at it just because it's a gorgeous bike. See, this is his seat. This is his LePera seat, and it's just custom, comfortable, beautiful. So now that we've shown you the difference between the LePera seat and the Harley seat, I put back my reach seat on the motorcycle, and I'm gonna sit on the bike so at least you can see how I sit on the motorcycle and how I'm positioned on the reach seat. So right now I am somewhat tippy-toe on my left, but I am flat foot on my right. Now, one of the things that we did measure when I was doing this is how center am I with this seat compared to the other. Have that little I have to wait for production. So here's our little level. Put it here on the center of the bike and just see where I'm at. So I still have a little bit of lean room on this, but I'm still pretty flat-footed on this. And I have a little bit of a bend to my leg. So you can see comparison of the other foot where I'm tippy-toe, but I feel secure that I've got the bike flat-footed on one side. So I switched the seat for the LePera so I can give you a comparison to how I look when I'm sitting on this seat. So I can feel right here in the center by the pan, there isn't a lot of give. If I were to measure whether I'm flat-footed on this side, I am still tippy-toe on my left. I'm not flat-foot on my right, but if I were to try and then put down this level, I'm not necessarily centered. I'm a little bit off. So the amount of bend that I felt that I had in my legs with the reach seat versus this seat is just a little bit off. So what we're going to do now is compare measurements of the reach seat versus the LePera seat. So before I continue, like, subscribe to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in and hope you have a chance to view our other videos. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. What we're going to do right now is going to measure the difference between the LePera seat versus the Harley. So we've turned both of the seats over and we're going to measure the distance between the pans here, the seat on this underneath versus the LePera. So if we take the measurement from the middle here, we're talking about 8 inches. So this is on the reach seat. So if we go to the LePera, try to stick with the same area, we're also looking at about the same. So distance-wise, there isn't much of a change. But when you think about the pan on the Harley seat, if I press down, you can see that the pan under here is actually a lot smaller. So if I were to take the measurement of the pan, which to where the pan is here, which is right about here, we're talking about an inch difference. Where on the LePera, the pan is all one piece and it's metal. So that's part of the reason why I feel more comfortable on the LePera, because there's that inch difference when I sit down. Now again, I have a 27, 28 inch inseam, and an inch makes a big difference when it comes to the height of the motorcycle. And as much as I would love to keep this seat, I really can't. We've done the comparison, as you've seen on me on the motorcycle. We've shown you the measurements between the two seats. If I could do this seat, I would, but I think knowing that LePera does custom seats, I will probably reach out to them during the off season to see what I could do. But if I could take this seat and maybe shave off an inch in this area and maybe add another inch to the back, this seat would be perfect. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the reach seat and see what I can do in the off season. Sorry, but also, another thing that you also want to consider is I bought this during the 120th. I did not have my motorcycle at the time I decided to ride backpack that day. So I had to purchase this, go home, we had to go home, I had to come back, get the seat, and within 2 minutes of getting to the house and putting this on the motorcycle, I realized I can't do it. So if you're ever gonna do something like this and you find out that the dealer has these types of seats, make sure you bring your motorcycle and maybe you can test it before you bring it home and decide I can't do anything with it. And now you have to go through the trouble of returning it. So that's my spiel. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch our video. And we will be back with you soon on some other fun stuff that we plan on doing. So ride safe.